How many times have you sat down to watch just one episode of your favorite new TV show, only to find that somehow you finished the entire season and a whole day has gone by? It's no surprise that everyone's doing it. Sites like Netflix and Hulu are practically designed for you to indulge in entire seasons at a time, so binge watching has never been easier. Gone are the days when you had to wait an entire week for the next episode. It's becoming one of the most popular ways to consume content, so it might be important for us to think about what it does to our mind and body. This mass transition from traditional television to streaming services occurred for two main reasons. The first is that these services are able to host a huge library of shows and movies in one place, and viewers can watch as much as they want. The second reason is that they release entire seasons at once and structure the episodes so that they lead into one another, thus actively encouraging you to watch everything in one sitting. Recent studies have highlighted how popular binge watching has become. In one study that defined binge watching as viewing at least 3 episodes of a show back to back, 73% of Americans said that they had done so, including 90% of the millennials. Furthermore, 38% of those millennials say that they do it at least once a week. In late 2017, Netflix themselves released a surprising statistic that more than 8.4 million of their subscribers have binge raced, which is when they watch an entire season of a show within 24 hours of its release. Their figures show that the countries with the most number of subscribers doing this are the US, Canada, and Denmark. Watching shows or movies is an increasingly enjoyable experience, and there's a reason for that. Taking part in fun activities triggers the release of dopamine in the brain, which rewards you with feelings of pleasure for doing the activity and encourages the mind to continue. In fact, so much dopamine can be released when watching your favorite show that you experience a high, and even an addiction-like craving for this neurotransmitter. This process is the same as what the brain goes through with addiction to drugs, since your body doesn't distinguish between the different causes of pleasurable experiences. In terms of processing data, the brain can react similarly to both real-life events and those being witnessed on TV. This means that the characters you see on your favorite shows are coded in the same way as your friends in real life. The same areas of your brain are stimulated, so you become completely drawn in and immersed in a fictional world. We identify with what we see in a number of different ways. Wishful identification is the term given when we witness a world or environment that we wished we lived in ourselves, whether it's for the excitement, power, prestige, or success that's being depicted. Parasocial identification is when we experience a one-way relationship with characters we see on TV and start to feel the same feelings towards them as we would our friends. For example, if you've ever felt like the protagonist of a show would be a great pal to hang around with, then this is what you're experiencing. Perceived similarity is possibly the most powerful of these identifications, where events are similar to what we know, so we empathize with the characters or events being played out. Another psychological draw to binge watching is stress relief. It helps us forget about negative events or pressures in our lives by immersing ourselves in different realities. It also helps to encourage social relations because it's something we talk about with other people and allows us to be a part of a like-minded community. Finally, engrossing yourself in a show that parallels your life can have a positive effect as it can help you solve your problems or see things from a different point of view. But these positive effects of binge watching do come at a cost when the session is over. The heightened levels of dopamine can no longer be sustained, and the cravings are no longer satisfied. Couple this with the sudden sense of loss, and it can lead people into a state of situational depression. There will be no more episodes to watch, the brain stimulation reaches a low point, and this will leave viewers feeling empty. Unless you regularly binge watch with friends or family, there is a risk that it can become isolating, and studies have found that those who binge watch frequently are more likely to have higher levels of stress, anxiety, and depression. Other symptoms can include fatigue, insomnia, and poor sleep quality because in these situations, sleep is often sacrificed. Streaming services have made content much more accessible to viewers of all ages and in all locations. At the end of the day, binge watching can help with stress levels and improve our mood, but only when enjoyed in moderation. So just make sure to keep track of the time. What was the longest time you've spent binge watching, and which show was it? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for tuning into this episode. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click that bell icon so you don't miss our newest episodes. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up so we can make more videos like this one. See you next time!